Do you remember the game musical chairs when you were a little person? Maybe going to birthday parties or family gatherings or with other friends, perhaps even in gym class, depending. And we would play musical chairs. If there was 10 people, there was only 9 chairs and music would come on, and unknown to us, the music would shut off and we'd have to find the chair. Sometimes I look at our practice of mindfulness and awareness a little bit like this, like musical chairs. And sometimes the music is playing and I sit down in a seat that the Buddha would name as wanting or greed, clinging. And I sit in that seat wanting something different, wanting more chocolate, wanting to know what I'm going to do with my life, wanting the weather to be different, wanting people to be different, wanting in my chair. And then the music changes and I get up and the music stops and I sit down in a new chair. And this chair is a little bit more unpleasant. So in traditional Buddhist teachings, sometimes called aversion, hatred, anger. And I sit in that chair for a while and I notice what's wrong with me and what's wrong with life and what's wrong with people in life and what's wrong with the weather and what's wrong with the clothes I'm wearing. And there's just general kind of discontentment in the chair of unpleasant sensations, physically, mentally, emotionally. And then the music changes. And I sit down in another chair. And this chair, as the Buddha would name, would be one a little bit of delusion, ignorance, confusion. And I sit there and I'm like, what was I mad about before? I don't remember what I was mad about. Was I mad? I think I wanted a cup of tea. Did I want a cup of tea? I can't remember if I wanted a cup of tea. What am I doing with my life? What was I mad about? And then the music changes again. And round we go, moving through traditionally what's called in the Buddhist teachings the 3 poisons, or the 3 areas of the heart and the mind where we get a little bit stuck. Traditionally called the 3 poisons: greed, hatred, and delusion. So check out what seat you're sitting on. And then often what we notice within these 3, traditionally I'll say poisons, these 3 factors of the mind that could be the under or overriding of how we see many aspects of life. When wanting is in the mind, there's like a whole trail of association of wanting, and things are great and it's beautiful and I can't wait for another cup of tea, and then. A lot of energy. And when the opposite is in the mind, maybe kind of greed, hatred, aversion, everything that's wrong. That's how we'll see life. It's like that's the filter. So notice what your seat you're in and check it out. Check out if this is true, as the Buddha would say, that when one of these 3 arisings happen, that's how we're seeing the world. But it does change. But check it out when you're playing your musical chairs with different parts of this mind-body process. When you're sitting on a certain chair, is this true? Is the whole feeling tone one of those 3? And friends, and extended family, and beyond. Okay, thank you.